welcome to my channel. Today we are here to learn how to teach patterns to the young children, like toddlers of 2, 3 and 4 years of age, before they actually get into the workbooks of getting patterns. So how to logically do that in a fun and register that in their minds in many different ways. So I'll be showing you, like, with whatever toy you have available with you. You are having this blocks or buttons or beads, anything, whatever you have. How can we do patterns with that? And then it is fun. My daughter is improving with that day by day, even without doing workbooks. So yeah, let us start with how to teach patterns to children. Let's get started. So, like, for example, I have these color beads and these white beads. I can start creating a pattern. Like, I have this pink and I have green. So first, when we try to do the things, just try with two different colors, otherwise they will get confused. So pink, green, and then pink, green, and then what comes next? Green, pink, green, pink, green, and then now what comes next? So she'll be able to do that like that. Then slowly increase that to two beads. Now, for example, now it's a pink, it's a green, then it's two greens, and then one pink, and then what comes next? So that for that you would have to do like couple of more times, like 2, 1, 2. So now Anna, it's 2 green. So now what is next? So that way you can do that. So this is like depending on on the colors. You can also do it on the have fun with the alphabets. Like, for example, you can see, okay, what all alphabets you are having. If you're having a bigger size on that, on the alphabets also, like A, then B, then A, then B, then A, and then B, anything like that. And I have different beads, so you can use those kind of beads. And if you're having some other colorful beads, so you can even start with the patterns with that, like a color bead of green color, then red color, green color, and red color. So whatever you have, start from that. You need not go and purchase anything else. I also had popsicle sticks, which I am using for teaching colors and then even counting. And these are also helping me with the patterns. Yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow. I know what comes next. So she'll be able to pick up from the options, and then she'll be able to tell, okay, wait, what color. Then do a skip one, like make it 2 green, then 1 yellow, and then 2, and then yellow. Then what comes next? Like that. Then once we are good with the 2 colors, then start incorporating a third color. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 green, and then we have red, we have again yellow, we have green, and now what comes? So give her options and then let her decide what it is. If she's doing, of course she will not be doing good initially, she'll be taking something and putting it. Then again you need to tell, okay, see, yellow, red, green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. Now comes what? Red, red. So initially we will do these kind of activities with her, and slowly they will be able to take it from there with whatever you have. Start with whatever you have. So this is like I had, and then I have these coins, these counters. So these are 2 colors. We have started with these majorly. So say yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red. What comes next? So is it a yellow or it's a red, then she'll be able to tell right from this thing itself. It is easy for her to tell, so she have done that you know, on her own. And then it also helps, this kind of this with only two colors also help you to give the counts. Now like for example, she's very easily able to make like yellow and then two red, yellow and then two red, yellow and then two red, and then yellow. Now what comes next? She'll say red. Okay, 1 2. So yeah, like this. So slowly steadily you can increase the count. Then you can also have two yellows and then two red, two yellows and then two red. Okay, now what comes next? Then she'll be able to tell you, okay, two yellows. So this is helpful, very helpful for not only helping with the motor skills, the fine motor skill, because every time you take an item like this and you try to place it, that itself is good because it's very thin. And if a child is able to do that, then you know, her motor skills are also getting developed parallelly. And then we have, for example, blocks. Everyone have blocks like by 1 year of age mostly. I have seen that like all of my friends had. So we can use these blocks. So blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue. What comes next? So yeah, okay, what comes next? Green comes next. You can also do it green, blue, green, blue, green, blue by stacking it. Okay, now what comes next? Like that. Then you can you know, do this with the 2 count, like 2 of this, 1 of this, with 2 of that, the same thing which we were doing with the other stuff. Then increase the count of it and then ask her that what comes next. She'll be able to tell you slowly over a period of time. And then increase the count of both of that, like 2 2. And then you can also incorporate more colors. So slowly, for example, this, and then what comes next. So like that. So these are helpful. So you can do you know, the stacking way, like when they are very young, then they enjoy that. And you can do it row wise. You can even stack it, the same pattern you can stack it. Like for example, what we have done earlier is like 2 blues, 1 red, 2 greens. Now again 2 blues, 1 red, 2 greens. So we are stacking that, okay, like this. So now tell what is the next. So that way also it's like fun for them to do it and understand more of the patterns. And there are many other things, like we can do whatever you have, you can do a pattern with that. Like these pins which we are having, they are also having colors, so you can do the pattern of the colors. So red, yellow, red, yellow. Like what comes next? Yellow. So yeah, with whatever you have. If you have these buttons, for example, these buttons, then you know, we have the colors and the shapes. So you can do it like you know, you have these kind of shapes in different colors. So the color wise you can do the same activity, or you can do it by the objects. Like I do it mostly by object. Like for example, I have a hexagon and I have a heart. You can sort on not only on the colors but also on the shapes. Then you can even you know, have that with the pins. So these are like helpful to count by linking each other. So it will be helpful by counting, like for counting, but also it can be, you know, one pattern on the colors. Like okay, now what comes next? So anything or everything, whatever you have, will be helpful. I also have a toy like this, which is like construction for stacking and helping with the balancing. But then this is like a shape sorter. It helps with the shape sorting. And then this kind of toy is having many blocks of these types, many, so of different colors, something like that with no color. So where you want to tell, okay, the shapes, sorting on the shapes, then this is the kind of thing. When you want to tell the sorting on the colors, then you can use something like this, which is colored, like different shapes and different colors are available like this. So you can use, like, there is a lot on this set. We can spread it, we can do construction activity, let her play for some time, and then you can help her with that. So like for example, I have a circle, I have a square, and I have a triangle, and then I have a circle, square, and triangle. So okay, she will get into the 3D shapes at a later point of time, that cylinder, triangle, or this from above. I'll just tell, okay Anna, you see circle, square, triangle, circle, square, triangle, now what comes next? So these kind of blocks, the wooden blocks, without any color, help to register that shape, and not getting mixed with the, just only with the colors. And then these kind of like what comes next, like with the two colors or more, they help with the color kind of patterns you can create with that. There's an endless possibility that you can do with this kind of toy. And then I have this toy, which was shape sorter, and now my daughter is already adverse with that, and how do I reuse it? So this is something which I'm reusing with the patterns. So it was a shape sorter where which is like a puzzle where she need to place the squares in the squares, and triangle, and then rectangle, and circle. So now, like for example, then how do I reuse? I don't want to get over with that. Then the great idea is to use with the with the patterns. So I have, like for example, I have a yellow rectangle, and then I have this, then again I have yellow, and then what comes next? I have yellow, blue, green, and then yellow, blue. So what comes next? So it will be green. So I have these many rectangles. So this is also one of the fun activity. Yeah, like we have this, I have this in the pretend toys. I have couple of pretend toys. So this green chili, for example, then I have red chili, green chili, red chili. So now what comes next? It is green chili. So like that you can play. You can even create two at a time if you have more pieces, and then play like what next. So two red, one green, and then what comes next. So like that, whatever you have, you can start with. Like for example, I have this lettuce pieces, and then this burger meat, and then this lettuce, for example this meat, and then there's lettuce, and then there's meat, and there's lettuce, burger, meat, and then this what comes next, like that. So you can do, like if you have more pieces, then you can repeat it with this. For example, I have grape, and I have corn, grape, corn, grape, corn, grape. What comes next? Corn. Okay, now I have two corns. I have two corns, and I have two. What comes next? Grape. Or what else will come? So two corns. So like this, depending on the quantity you have. Now for example, I have this biscuit, and I have just simple we can do, like for example this biscuit, this, then this biscuit. Now I know what comes next, it will be this. So something like this. Then I have this a lot many pieces of the fries, so we can do a lot with this. For example, green chili, one fry, and then one red chili, one fry, then green chili and a fry. Since I have a lot many pieces of this, I can be I can do a lot on that. So after fry, then again comes the green, the red piece, and then the fry, and then what comes next. So she'll be able to tell like it's green chili, and then so on. So like that, with whatever availability you have, you can create patterns with fun. So this is like I'm having her toys, whatever she's having, and trying to create patterns with that. I also have recently purchased this pattern block, but this is not only for patterns but also to to go to the another level and design some patterns, like a duck or so, a bird from the patterns. So but then we can also teach these kind of patterns from very good from this kind of learning resources, pattern blocks. So this shape, then square, and then we have this one more, and then a square, then again this, and there square. So now what comes next? So you can also start putting some other shapes like this in between, like once they're represent with the two shapes and the colors, then like this. So yeah, okay, so what comes next? So it's a diamond which has to come next. You can also incorporate the other shape, like 1 2 3 and then 4. Okay, now a hexagon, a square, a diamond, a triangle, a hexagon, a square, this, and triangle, and then a hexagon, square, and diamond. And what comes next? So they're having two more shapes, a trapezoid and a sleek diamond. So we can even incorporate that somewhere in line. Okay, a trapezoid, by increasing the difficulty level of the pattern. So slowly they will get into it, like what it is. What I like about this is that each and every piece in the shape they have given, I'm able to find a lot many pieces, like 5 to 6 pieces in the same color. So we are able to do it like on the shape, but the colors are not changing. So it even helps more to do an activity like that with the each shape and with the same color. So they know that we are doing something by shape, not by the color. So even the colors change, then it try to confuse. So this set is helpful in that. Hope you have liked my video. If you have liked my video, then please give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my link to get automatic updates or notifications on the new posts and videos. Till then, lots of love. Enjoy little things with your baby and stay blessed. Take care. Bye bye.